Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Mr. Reality, joined by psychic medium Liz Cross. How are you, Liz?
I am great. Thank you.
Uh, I want to encourage people, if they haven't, to go to patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. You can sign up for Liz there. Also, please like, share, subscribe this video, give it a thumbs up, and send Liz and all the editors that make these videos possible some love and appreciation because they do a lot of work behind the scenes, and we appreciate what they do.
Well, thank you. And you have a tip jar as well.
Ah, hey, it's Robert Moog's birthday just the other day. I don't know if you're familiar. Hey, Robert Moog, can we chat with him?
Oh, I have him here. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You'd have been 90. Do you still celebrate birthdays up there? Do they bring a cake?
Oh, do you still celebrate birthdays up there? No, no. That lifetime is now forgotten about. He's on to the next one.
It was like 20 years ago. I mean, I forgot 20 years ago too, but have you incarnated since?
No, he's still there.
Okay, but you said long forgotten. I mean, it was just you don't celebrate. That's sad. I'm bringing that back. Once Mr. Reality crosses over in 23, 25, I will definitely bring birthdays back to the afterlife.
Well, that would be great, but there's no mouth to eat the cake.
What inspired you to pursue a career in electric music and synthesizer design?
Oh, it's something he always felt so passionate about. And he had tried to make things from when he was a small child.
Can you think about a time that like really influenced his music and bringing technology into music?
He was big into Mozart, by the way. He loved Mozart. Um, he's always been into music ever since he was little.
Did he come from a musical family?
Did you come from a Yes, so, yes.
I think he grew up in Flushing, New York. Did he have any parents who were involved with education or engineering or music?
Did you have Yes, I feel like his father was involved in music. Yes.
Did he encourage you to do that, or did he want you to be more civilized in music and less mechanical in music?
Did he? Okay. There wasn't a lot of encouragement there. He's telling me he had to find his own way.
Has he met Mozart?
In the afterlife, yes.
What was that meeting like? Talk us through it.
Very inspirational. Very, very. He was just, it was somebody he always looked up to. Now, Mozart has reincarnated a few times.
So when you talk to someone on the other side who's incarnated down here, are you talking to the full of them or a partial sort of in place of them?
Are you talking to a full? No, a partial. You're talking to that aspect of them who was, that particular role here on the earth plane. That aspect is still carried with them. And because Mozart was such an inspiration in his life, I mean, he did want to meet Mozart and Beethoven. He was big into classical music. He liked how all the different sounds came together. And that's really what inspired him to create this synthesizer, right? He wanted to bring the sounds together, but that sound to be generated by one person, he's telling me, and not by a whole orchestra.
What do you think about pipe organs?
What did you think about pipe organs? He liked them. He thought they were interesting. I feel like he played the piano. And I feel like he's telling me like he was brilliant on the piano. He took to it very easily, but at some point he got kind of bored with playing the piano. He says, I wanted to make it more electric, more, upbeat, and make it go places. And he would think of like different things going on in his head. So he would think of like, as he's playing piano, like there's a drummer and there's a guitar, there's a flutist, or there's a violin playing, and sort of as he's playing the piano, his conscious mind was sort of, it's very unique what he's doing. It's sort of like making a composition with other instruments in tune with what he is playing, and that's how this idea was born. It can be possible, but he had to figure out how to do it.
Can you talk about some amusing anecdotes of some of the pioneering electronic musicians that he worked with?
Oh, he worked with loads of people. Absolutely. He's like, take your pick. He worked with tons and tons of people. Of course, the electro music got very big at one point. He's telling me like David Bowie, uh, very demanding, and he had to teach David Bowie some things on the synthesizer. David Bowie wanted to incorporate this new music, this new thing into his music, and he sort of showed him the way. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about he collaborated with Wendy Carlos on the groundbreaking album Switched on Bach and what led to that collaboration.
Oh, what led to that collaboration? What do he loved that project. That's what he lived for. That's like the sum of the whole sort of existence. What was that? How did that come around? She had an idea. It was an idea. Was it your idea? Yes, it was partially his idea, but her idea as well. And they decided to make it work. And they're so, he is certainly so pleased with the finished project. Did you have to, I feel that this came very easily to him. He's telling me it was a lot of hard work, but it was passionate, and it just developed so easily. It was a fantastic project.
Can I ask him what he thinks about the implementation of AI into the music scene within the last couple of years?
What do you think about the AI into the music scene? He's garbage. He stuck his finger down his throat and made that noise. Blech.
What does he really think?
Yeah, really. Why do you not like it? Because you're taking the music away from the people and you are creating it through computers. So the computers are coming up with the compositions, no longer the human element of it.
And so, what is lost? What is the nuance that it doesn't have when there's no human behind it?
Emotion, feelings, critical thinking, chemistry. Music should take you on a roller coaster of emotions. It should make you feel high. It should make you feel low. It should bring out, music to him in his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. It's a way to heal the soul. It makes you analyze those difficult emotions because it brings them out. You are no longer allowed to hide those emotions. Music can just bring them to the surface. And then you have to think about why you feel the way you do during a particular song. You feel happy, you feel sad, you feel aggressive. You feel like, banging your head against the wall, busting computers. You feel like you want to dance. You feel romantic. You feel, you feel like gazing at the sky. He's telling me it, it's very important that music is connected to the innermost emotions of a human being. And it's really a sort of a catalyst for processing.
So
Uh,
besides
Hold on.
synthesize,
Yeah,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Let me give you this. He's so true. Oh my God. I'm like, yes. How many times did we have a breakup album? So you've just broken up with someone and the album got you through it, right? Now, the younger generations, I'm saying they won't understand that. He says they will. They may have a song, it may be more condensed into a song or two,
Or TikTok video, yeah.
or yeah, or a TikTok video. But what about the breakup album? Or, there were albums that marked significant times in your life. You can remember what you were doing,
Right.
with these certain albums. And all you have to do is just plug in, listen to that album again, and it transports the consciousness right back, he says, to that time period. And you can remember, and what did you remember at that time? Do you remember that you were so sad over this devastating breakup? And now you can listen to it 10, 20 years later, looking back and say, it wasn't so bad. I'm glad I got through it. But that album helped you get through it.
It's a great point. What advice does he have for aspiring either electronic musicians or any type of musicians out there?
What do you have can you give us some words of advice? Be authentic, be true. Don't let the critics get you down. You cannot appeal to everyone, but you can appeal to some. And that's all that is needed. You can't please everyone.
What other types of electronic advancements would he be interested in pursuing in the music field if he were still alive?
Electronic instruments. So, electronic saxophones, electronic clarinets, flutes. Were you big into woodwinds? He loves woodwinds. Electronic drums, and incorporating those sounds into, you know, offering a range, he says. There's such a range. Anything can be converted into electronic now. And it's you can incorporate it in onto the synthesizer, sorry, so that you have so much more availability, so many more options, so much more choice available.
He sold theremins, and if you're not familiar with a theremin, you should Google that up and watch some videos. Did the theremin do anything physically to the body that was therapeutically beneficial?
Yes, I feel like it emitted some sort of wave.
It
I don't
does.
know
I've
what
always
it is.
been curious about that. What does it do physically on the body?
It can be a bit of a healing device, he's telling me.
I always thought that.
Really? What is it?
You know, old spooky Halloweeny movies from the 60s, they'd all have that sort of sound. Sorry about that. Google up the theremin and you can watch, like, I think Gnarls Barkley repopularized the theremin in his song, Crazy or something. So there's a lot of theremin videos out there, but it's you put your hand there and you put your other hand there and you're playing it without touching it. You're just making the fields and the waves go up and down. And actually, it wasn't Gnarls Barkley, it was a remake of that. But anyway, it's a super fun device, and I'd like to get one and play one. Would that be good to incorporate into a type of healing modality?
Absolutely.
Wow. What other realms of music and technology innovation does he see coming in the next 10 to 15 years?
Innovation do you see coming in the next 10 to 15 years? I have to ask him this question. Is rock and roll dead? I feel like we're moving away from rock and roll. Okay. It's no longer mainstream. It's becoming more of a, specialized thing. You have to search for it. It's no longer really just played on the mainstream radio, mainstream streaming channels. So what is coming down the pike? We're going more electronic, but it's going to be more AI. And it's going to be, type in, can you make me a song about, a breakup or my dog dying or my, you know what I mean? And then
I've already
AI,
got that.
really?
There are already some AIs out there that'll make a song for you.
No.
Robert Moog, it's been a great time, and go get some cake. It's your birthday, for goodness sake.
He says, thank you. I'll blow out your candle. That's
Everybody,
a
thanks so
sign.
much. We
That's a
appreciate it.
sign from him. He's going to come blow out a candle in your house. He's laughing. He loved
Oh,
this
mine's coming up
interview.
too. I'll look for it.
And he just says, thank you, everyone. And he's really, really just so happy to be here. And he says he wants to help you with your electronics questions. So,
Oh, I'm excited about that, everybody. Mr.
yeah,
Reality is working on his own scalar Zen tuning device that'll help you in your health frequencies. So watch this space.
excellent. Well, it will be successful, he says.
It's exciting.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you so much. Don't forget patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. And Mr. Reality does have a tip jar listed down below. Thanks for being here.
Bye, y'all.